right, welcome back, everybody. It's nice to have you along. Just a reminder that if you want to enter the Score Spot the Ball competition, if you want to win yourself a case of Score energy drinks, as well as a set of masks courtesy of CTC Sports, then you need to stay tuned. We're going to do the Spot the Ball competition in a second. And of course, to enter that, you need to go to our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV, where we put up a picture and we turn it into a couple of quadrants, and you have to spot the ball. It's always great fun trying to see where the ball is in the picture. Right, folks. Well, of course, we went down to the High Performance Centre in Bellville, as we do every week, to catch up with the Western Province Rugby women's side behind the scenes. We are so proud of the Western Province Rugby women's squad. They train so hard. They really do fly the flag for Western Province Rugby. And folks, you need to make sure that if you support the women's rugby side. Take a look at the names of the players that are coming through the ranks. Help us make them famous. For example, Alicia Aris and Lushelle Hanekom and Simamkele Namba. These are just some of the players. Now, in fact, we spoke to them at the High Performance Centre. Here's wing Alicia Arish. She played for the Springboks senior ladies side against Kenya last year while she was still in matric.
Yeah, I think everyone is exciting because when some of us played only like the finals lost in July, and some of us were on tour with the Springboks in August. So I think everyone's excited to be back and the team is growing, so we excited for the season. Yeah, I think some of us saw each other last year at the Score Sevens and at the Imanus Sevens tournament. So, but there is new coming faces. So I think it's very excited for them to be in a senior setup right now. It's their first time, so they also now starting to learn about the rugby more as they growing and going to next teams from juniors to seniors. So it's really excited to see new faces here.
Also, also the big thing with you is last year you were only matric, and being part of, not just being part, but playing for the SA senior team. Obviously not just your parents, but obviously the school are probably so proud of what you achieved.
Yeah, it was actually tough for me to be matric and playing for the women's Western Province senior team and for the Springboks SA team because I need to stay out of school, I need to balance and training. But it was really a great opportunity for me to play for my first time for the WP Western Province senior girls team and for the SA senior team. So I experienced a lot. So I was really happy and glad and made my mommy proud. So I'm glad to be in the setup at such a young age. So I'm looking up to other older players. Yeah, we only have 6 rounds this year, so it's a bit unlucky for us. So we're really excited for this upcoming season. But as you can see, the national schedule for this year is really tight because we have 2 World Cups. So most of the players won't be here by the provincial games, some of us. So I think the unions is growing their team because of the schedule for the national teams this year. So yeah.
Well, the players are certainly happy to be seeing each other again. They've kind of reunited, and as Alicia said, probably that spirit still carrying through from when they saw each other at the score Western Province Club Rugby Sevens last year. So uniting again. We also spoke to hooker Luchelle Hannekom. Now she played for the Griquas Juniors women's side in 2019, and her first year now, of course, as part of the Western Province training squad.
Baie excited om terug te wees. Dit was definitief 'n groot aanpassing om vir die afgelope 2 jaar net so tik-tak te speel. Ek was nou nie bevoorreg genoeg om laas jaar in die IPL te speel nie, maar ek is baie opgewonde vir die jaar en ons hoop om groot te gaan. Dis vir my 'n baie groot ervaring soos en belewenis dat ek so bevoorreg is om actually in by WP ook aan te sluit, nie net vir Griquas te speel nie, maar 'n bietjie my vlerke te sprei en vir 'n ander unie ook te probeer speel. Ja, dis definitief baie beter om terug te wees en so saam met almal saam te jol en lekker met die span soos te socialize en so in vergelyking met hoe dit was en wat jy net soos 1 keer 'n week kan oefen en as jy geoefen het moet jy soos 10 meter uit mekaar uit staan. So is definitief lekker om mee saam met die span saam te oefen, saam deur alles te gaan om te sien hoe ons vorder na die IPL seisoen se begin. Dit is baie lekker, is altyd lekker om te sien hoe hulle ervaring en hoe hulle tegnieke ook vir ons inbring en hoe ons dit verder kan vat en net ietsie ekstra te doen en dan doen ons dieselfde en ons kan definitief groot hoogtes met dit bereik. Yes, natuurlijk. En soos ek baie keer nou al gehoor het, is WP definitief terug om die beker terug te wen die jaar.
So Luchelle down here now in Cape Town. She was of course also part of the junior Springboks setup. So great to have players of her caliber here in Cape Town. And we also managed to speak to wing Simamkele Namba. Now she was part of the training. These are Western Province players, folks, who really are shining. And Simamkele, in fact, was part of the national touring squad that played against England and France at the end of last year. So we again go behind the scenes.
Yes, we're very excited to see each other again this year. You see, it's nice being around with the girls because there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of things that we're doing together as a team. That is why it's nice to be around them. Yeah, it's nice to have them again this year because at least now we know Brendan what he wants and we know what Coach Lauren wants and also Coach Joey. We know what they want. So yeah, it's nice to have them back. We are looking forward to that. We're ready for border again. Yeah, it's hard work. I've learned in Springbok. I've learned to work hard, discipline and respect.
Simamkele Namba there, playing for Western Province, part of the touring squad, as you heard there. And of course now happy to be working again with Coach Lorian Johannes Haupt, and we will of course get Lorian on the show shortly. Right, folks, well of course if you want to win yourself a case of Score energy drinks as well as a set of masks courtesy of CTC Sports, then all you need to do is enter our Score Western Province Club Rugby Spot the Ball competition. We put the picture up weekly and we ask you to give it a go. Right, so your options to spot the ball is A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Now this is a tricky one because that ball could be going anywhere in the shot. We never really know where it is, but the correct answer for spotting the ball is in fact B3. There you can see the ball just behind the number B3. Very hard to spot. But then congratulations to Ricardo Brown. Ricardo, you spotted that ball correctly. I myself had no idea where it was. I really had to look very carefully, and eventually just figured it out with a little shadow there. Right, folks, that's we'll take it now into the break, and when we come back from the break, we'll bring into the show Faisal Felton from Western Province Rugby. We'll get the Western Province update. We'll take a look at some of the results from the weekend, as well as some of the upcoming fixtures. Don't go away. We're back in a sec.